Have you ever wondered why? Why are there so many engineers but very less engineering? Why is it that we produce millions of engineers every year but we produce very less innovations? Why is there this gap between the input and the output? Why is it that there are so many engineers in all the other fields than in engineering? Why do we see a lot of engineers among the top rankers of all the exams that happen in India? And many more such questions arise daily. But due to the lack of a proper answer, these things are getting normalized. And I think that in order to get a proper answer, you need to look inside an engineer. Because the answer lies within us, within the engineers. It lies in the way we are built. I've said it in my previous video too, that throughout the journey of an engineer, we never actually stop and think. From the time a person is born till the time he or she becomes an engineer, the whole process is continuous, non-stop. From getting into high school to intermediate to engineering coaching and then to engineering college, there is no break in between. And one thing leads to the another, and the whole process becomes self-propagating. And it's like there's a very well-defined path with traffic police standing at every corner and guiding us through. And it's like we are instructed to just keep our head down and follow the one who is in front of us, and we'll reach our destination. And throughout this journey, everyone around us is like, all you need to do is finish this degree, and you can do anything after that, anything that you want. But first, just finish this degree and be in the safe zone. While in reality, it's the most unsafe zone that you can be in. And like this, every year in India, more than 20 lakh students get enrolled into engineering, but after the end of their 4 years, only a handful of them remain. And these are the ones who get a lifetime opportunity in this engineering domain. But what happens to the rest of them? So once we go through this journey with a thought in our mind that we can do anything that we want after it, it's like we were moving through a tunnel with a set particular path. And after the end of the 4 years, we reach a vast open field with thousands of different paths that we can walk on. Creative and adventurous paths. But now we realize that something has changed in us. There's a fear that we never imagined we will ever face. We feel something on our shoulders, something very strange. We feel the weight of responsibilities slowly descend upon our shoulders, which was never part of the original deal. And this weight, this fear, it frightens us. We feel cheated, we feel afraid, cutted out. And all we can do is just think back and repent. And now comes the funniest part. When we think back upon the years that we spent to get the one thing that we cherish the most, to get the one thing that we boast about, our degrees, it's completely hollow. It has no meaning at all. The whole narrative built around this degree made it seem like a hurdle that we need to cross at any cost, instead of making it seem like a skill, a very important skill that we can adopt in our lives, a skill that we can learn and in turn add value to the society using it. And so we crossed it like a hurdle. We did everything we possibly could to cross it. And now we stand at the end of this tunnel looking at the paper while it burns in our hands. And now we can neither go back nor forward. Can you imagine the vulnerability? In that vulnerable state, even the smallest hints of our dreams fade away. And all we can wish for is anything, even the tiniest of things that we can hold on to, that can validate our hollow life. Any job, any internship, any package that we can get. But then again, there are limited opportunities. For some, we are overqualified. For some, we are underqualified. And for the ones we are actually qualified for, they are already filled. And in this manner, some are lucky enough to get good opportunities. Some are privileged enough to pursue their dreams even after the degree. And some hold on to any little thing that they can possibly get. And then there are some who try to implement the things that they learn. And what have we actually learned? We've learned to cross hurdles. We've learned to see everything as a hurdle and do anything possible to cross it. We've learned to pass exams in a week. We've learned to find ways to learn things in the shortest time possible. We've learned to compete with others to get better rank, better grades. And that's what we try to apply. And we try to find hurdles in the real world too. Hurdles which can validate our lives. And we think that passing these hurdles is the only thing that will keep us sane. So if anywhere there's a hurdle, you will find engineers jumping back and forth and competing to get higher. Now this problem is so deep that the tip of the roots are almost invisible. It seems impossible to uproot it. It seems difficult to bypass the tunnel, even from before or from after. But I think that there's a way. There's a way to bypass the tunnel, and that is from the inside. It can be bypassed by us, by the ones who are currently in it, and by the ones who will enter it in future. All we need to do is change our perspective and look at the things differently. We need to look at the things that we are doing as a skill that we can learn, a skill that can add value to ourselves and can enable us to add value to the world. Even if you never wanted to be in the tunnel, still it is far, far better to search for things that you can cherish, search for things that can add value to yourselves than being clueless at the end of the tunnel. It's better to explore yourself throughout the journey and find something that makes you happy than searching for validation at the end. So find things from the heap around you, even the smallest thing that you can resonate with, hold on to it, nurture it, and ride it out of the tunnel. Have a great day.